should be able to hear me. Hello, you should be able to hear me now. Frank, say something.
Hello, it's me, Frank. How are you doing? Hi,
Shout,
everyone. Thanks for
shout,
tuning in.
shout up in the chat if you can hear people. If you can hear me, if you can hear Frank. Oh,
I'm just like
Yoda
fiddling
Bond.
around in the background.
Saying very nice things to us.
Oh, don't know if I like that.
You can hear. Well, how's volume? Am I okay? And is Frank okay? Frank, say something.
Hello, this is Frank here. Oh,
Speaking
Saniela's
nicely.
saying that they can hear both of us. That's good of her.
Brill, perfect.
Um,
Right. Should
oh,
I?
hey,
Should I?
one was and Brownloaf. Hello.
God, lots of exciting folks in the chat.
Yeah. Wow.
I must have. So, if you've dialed in for new card reveals, that's not what's happening. So, apologies for that.
Imagine if it was new card reveals for the
Imagine.
as yet unannounced
Yeah.
next expansion.
Folks, we have something very special to reveal,
Yeah.
and that is that we don't have any cards.
Oh, no.
It must be some setting in OBS, I would imagine. Some stream notification box I've checked, which I forgot to uncheck.
Follow-up, imagine if every time we stream people are going to get notified that we have more cards to announce.
I don't like
That's
the sound of
also dreadful. Yeah.
that. Okay, cool. Right, I'm going to switch over to the table.
Let's do it.
Are you watching the stream?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be taking part. I'll be
I was just trying to gauge whether you could see the table.
I can't yet because obviously the stream is some seconds behind real time. Oh, it's appeared. Yeah.
Amazing. Look at that. Woo! This is the new version of the Tabletop Simulator mod.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Very nice, lovely, clean table. Look at all that space. There's a card finder as well. Have you seen this?
Yeah, that was there before, wasn't it?
Was it hidden in one
Yeah,
of the...
I think it was hidden in a little box or something like that.
Man, that's so good. So good. Yeah, look at this beautiful map. Lovely, fresh, pristine map of... is that higher resolution than it was previously?
Maybe it was kind of scrappy before. It looks
Like I
pretty
can-
good now. Yeah, you could barely read the letters. So, yeah.
Right, what are we doing? Are we just going to sit here and talk?
The plan is that we're going to chat about a couple of decks we've made.
Oh,
We're going
yeah,
to
I need to
then
put my
play the first scenario in the Scarlet Keys with the decks and see if we get absolutely what's the phrase pwned.
Pwned?
Yeah, pwned.
2010 called Frank. It wants its online lingo back.
Exactly. I'm just pulling all the lingo out. So yeah, we thought we'd do that. That could be
I still
fun to
have at least one too many cards in my deck,
do. Okay.
but I'm just pulling
Well-
up my deck number.
Yeah, don't load your deck in yet if it's not ready. Or do you want to load it in? And then
Well, I was
you
going to
can-
load it in and then figure out what I'm
show-
going to...
yeah.
and then you can tell me what I should cut.
Yeah.
I've already cut the smoking pipe, which is a big
Heresy.
deal for me.
Yeah, that is huge.
There we go.
Here we go. In they come.
Here we go. Right, so who have we got? Vincent Lee versus Mark Harrigan.
Versus.
I'm not sure I'm going to come off very well in that fight.
Yeah, challenge accepted.
Right.
Are you running in the thick of it? You are. What?
Yes.
You've gone straight
Did
for
I?
two.
Of course.
Two,
I need
physical
some stuff to
form.
heal.
Yeah. We're the low
got-
sanity lads.
Yeah, I know.
Brains dribbling out of our ears.
Frank, I'm getting some like hissing on your end. Is there some background noise there?
The fan from my computer has gone wild.
Okay. Just like the fans in the chat. Are the fans in the chat going wild? I can't see.
They're saying hello mostly. Nice to see you, Saniela. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you
Let's see
soon.
if I should be able to get it on my mobile, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
It feels like something a modern 21st century man can do.
I mean, if people have significant problems with the sound of the fan of my computer, I could move my microphone a long way from the computer. I could just try and do everything at range.
Well, that sounds fine. Whatever you've done now worked.
Oh, okay, good.
Ugh. Hang on.
What I did was I pushed my computer along the desk.
Okay, cool. That seems smart.
Well, why don't you why don't we
Yes.
search your deck and make some decisions about cuts?
Yeah. Well, you search my deck. I'm logging into the app on my phone.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
Me
weird.
searching your deck won't be visible for the viewer.
So it was a funny verification number.
This should be 33 cards, and yet it's 34. I think you just cut an emergency aid and then you're done.
What? Obscene.
Because you've got the Mega Heal of the Bone Saw, and then for healing allies or investigators, you've got 2 Bizarre Diagnosis and 2 Emergency Aid.
It's not bizarre diagnoses.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've also got Alchemical Bullets we upgrade. Oh, I'm glad that the sound has stopped. Thank you for flagging it up.
There we go.
Testing from Drawn to the Flame there.
Yeah, that's me. I'm logged in.
Yeah, me too.
Right, okay. I've got lots of little paints on my desk as well. I'm just going to move those. Okay, cool. Right. What do you say I should cut? Emergency aid. Right, should I? Okay. Oh, it's all in order as well, which is nice.
Yeah, pop it. Let the chat view it.
What
and then,
about a practice makes perfect? Do I need 2 practice makes perfect?
Almost certainly not.
It is a good card. Hot take.
Yeah.
But is it
The
that good?
hottest of takes.
What about bizarre diagnoses? Do I need 2 of those?
I like that they are better at healing the wounded bystander than emergency aiders.
That's one of the main reasons it's in there, to be honest.
Yeah.
2 stunning blows. I could maybe drop a stunning blow.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Is Stunning Blow practiced or innate?
It's practiced.
Okay. So then, yeah, you could P makes P Stunning Blow as well.
You know my opinion on stunning blow, Frank.
It's a very good card.
One of the best cards in the game, I reckon.
Wow. Then you heard it here first.
Hot
One of
take.
the best cards in the game.
I could cut a wounded bystander. Doesn't seem like it's adding much.
That would be a great selection. I'm not sure why you put it in there anyway.
Someone to heal, right?
You could cut a Grizzly Totem.
No. Not gonna happen. I say I could. Go on. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I think it comes back to a diagnosis or an emergency aid. Or a practice makes perfect.
Cut a shortcut? That is a
Oh
hot
yeah, that's
take.
a good shout.
Hot
Yeah,
take
I've
from
got
Solar
2
Jet.
shortcut in my deck as well.
Someone in the chat is asking, which campaign are we doing? We are going to be playing the... Yeah, screw it. Let's take the shortcut out. It's boring, right? Boring.
Wow.
Stinky.
Solar Jetman. We're going to be playing the first scenario of the Scarlet Keys.
Indeed, yes. This is sort of like a test, right?
Yeah.
So we're giving ourselves license to rebuild our decks after this. After this scenario.
Classic. And indeed every other stuff. Yeah. Is this maybe it comes with this. I'm gonna place the scenario. Yeah, there we go. It gives this. Oh wow. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Snazzy.
So
Look at that.
when
My word.
I played with my regular group this week, and one of them wasn't in the game. He was like busy like fiddling around, so it was on the Discord, and I placed the scenario, and all the other 3 of us went "ooh" all at the same time when that happened. What am I missing out on?
Yeah, poor other person. Just like, hey.
Oh, it's lovely to see Huitzul in the chat there.
Yeah, really good to see
Long
Wheatsul and
Huitzul.
Brownloaf
Yeah.
and 6010 and Solarjet and Yoda Beaumont. What a great name, Yoda
I'm
Beaumont.
less fussed about seeing 6010, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Right. Are you going to read us a long story, or are we just going to dive in?
Oh man, I'm sort of tempted because I like doing Flint's voice. But his best lines aren't until we're in the scenario.
Yeah.
Into the afterlude. Well, hey, we've got spam in the chat.
Two spammers.
Yeah, easy to get rid of, I think. Are you okay to sort those guys? I'm blocking one.
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, we're getting overwhelmed.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
What's ahoy indeed?
I wonder whether we've triggered something.
Huitzel is on the case already and
Oh, no
banning
way.
people like a legend.
Incredible. Amazing. I can't control my children. Well, I say because people might want to experience this. There might be some people in the chat who haven't experienced the story, and the meat is in the playing anyway. So let's skip ahead to the actual story.
Mm-hmm.
What do you reckon? Oh, we have a decision to make, though, don't we?
Yeah, we need to make a decision, but then I think the meat is in the playing. So yes.
Should we do? Should we just read the section before?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, right. Right. So blah 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 blah. Flint produces a file fat with documentation and slides it between the two seat cushions in front of you. Inside is a wealth of information regarding cases similar to the ones you have been investigating. Photos of vehicles, factory machines, and public figures, all missing. All forgotten. And just as Flint's letter promised, the file includes reports from all over the world. London, Shanghai, Bruges, Rio de Janeiro, Cairo. The list goes on and on. There's more, he says, after giving you time to read. Flip to the end. You do, and what greets you there are two photographs clipped together. The first is of a street in London, distorted by some sort of interference. A light shines above the street corner, and around it the picture appears to be pinched, like a miniature vortex is pulling reality toward it. The other is a photograph of a man on the other side of that same street corner, ducking into the shadows. He wears a tailored grey suit and a wide-brimmed hat that obscures his face. The only discernible detail you can make out from the photo is the man's distinctive red gloves. Rare as it is for a photograph to have colour, you wonder if the long exposure time is what led to the strange blurring effect. This was taken by my partner several days ago, just before he, too, vanished. Whatever is going on, you can be sure that the man with the red gloves is somehow involved. Getting to the point, you ask Flint what exactly he wants from you. To work together, share what we know. Sparingly few seem to know the truth. You agree. If what the man says is true, and events like this are happening all over the world, getting to the bottom of it will require more than just you. To that end, I would ask that you come to London with me. That man with the red gloves has been sighted in the area, and he's not alone. I would bet good money that he knows something about where my partner is. Arrangements have already been made. There are steamship tickets in that file. The ship departs from Boston in 2 days.
You know when he produces the file fat with documentation and slides it between the two seat cushions in front of you?
Yeah.
I know that's meant to be that he's passing it to us, but it does sound a bit like he's just like sliding it down the side of the sofa. What are you doing with that, Flint? Just squeezing it in between the cushions. Yeah, you'll lose it down there.
Oh, people have been hearing Hendrik in the background. More than likely.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so are we going to take his offer or go to London on our own terms?
What are you doing in your 4-player group?
Well, So far, we've been alternating between one and the other.
Oh, okay.
I'm staying out of the decision-making process.
Right. This was
But
meant
I
to be
think
our
distrust.
distrustful, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to London on our own terms.
Okay, bro. You take the file, but do not follow Inspector Flint's request. After all, you have only just met the man, and you are not sure what to believe. If events are as dire as he says, you've taken enough of a risk already in speaking with him directly. Instead of departing from Boston, you find passage on an ocean liner headed for Plymouth, then hitch a bus ride to London. The trip takes quite a while longer, but at least you know that you haven't been tailed. By Flint, or by an associate of this red-gloved man. Deception breeds uncertainty. Remove 1 tablet token from the Chaos bag and add 1 Elder Thing token. This token may be later removed through an act of trust. However, you may become stronger if you stick to your convictions. And then we mark 2 time in the campaign log. 2 time! That's twice as much.
Time. And I've done the token already.
You
2
don't
Elder
have to
Thing.
press the standard button, or is it?
I think I'd already pressed the standard.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
I'll just look again. Yeah. Hi, I am not Roland. Who's Roland? And why are you not him? Welcome.
Right. Do we...
File sandwich on cushion bread. Love it.
Yeah, we just set up, right?
Yeah, we set up now.
Oh, we're done. That's it. We're ready to go.
That's it.
Cold rain pelts the dreary streets in rhythmic pitter-patter. Despite the hour, the square is bustling with automobiles, carriages and pedestrians. Somewhere in this crowded city is the man you seek. Are you already too late? Or are you already too late? Your finger was in the way.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon.
1A, when it rains. Arriving in London, you patiently await your contact, but none arrives. Inspector Flint, or one of his proxies, was supposed to meet you at a quiet tea house tucked away in a narrow storefront just outside Trafalgar Square. Wondering what could have gone wrong, and suspecting the worst, you set off to investigate. So that's 2 Doom, and then when that advances, we move all Doom on it to the next agenda.
Clues and capers. You draw your umbrella closer, using it to obscure your identity. Each person you pass on the street could be your contact, or be out to get you. We need 4 clues.
It's just the same as
we
same
should
as
try and
real
advance
life,
before
right?
the agenda. Yeah. What's that?
It's just the same as real life. Every person on the street
Yeah.
could be...
Your contact, or be out to get you. I mean, they could. That's
Phew,
true.
bless me. Yeah,
Bless you.
thank you. Okay, right. 5 cards, is it? How's this game work?
I believe it is. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, this is not a terrible opening. This is not a terrible opening at all.
Good.
Right, should we be loose with our table talk? Just because for the
I think we need
benefit
to
of
be
the
for other
benefit of the
people, yeah.
viewers.
Unless do you want me to let viewers see my hand as well? Then.
Yes, can you do that? Is that easy enough to do?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really easy to do.
How do you do it? Out of interest.
I'll you do options hands, and then you do enable or disable or whatever it is.
Default? No.
I've done it. I've done it
Reverse.
already.
Oh no.
Options. It's disable. It's
Okay, cool.
Hiding disable.
Oh, hiding disabled. This is that's a double negative.
Yeah. Hiding is disabled, which means the seeing is enabled.
Okay, cool. Right. Have you done your mulligan?
I have done my mulligan, yeah.
Right. I've got quite a nice hand actually. I've got one of the best cards in the game in my hand.
Ooh.
Stunning Blow.
And 4 other cards.
And
yeah.
So mulligan all of them except for Stunning Blow, right? Okay, cool. I think there is nothing to evade initially.
This is 2 Shroud here as well.
I think Map the Area will be useful later.
Yeah.
And I think Stunning Blow is not useful at all at the moment. Because I think all the enemies just go into the shadows.
I think so too.
I think. I don't think there's any enemies in the deck at all yet.
Aren't there the wee weenies? There might not be.
I don't think they start the game in the deck in.
Because there's 2 things set aside: Crimson Conspiracy and Outsiders. Yeah. So there might not be any.
Sweet. Okay, that will do me.
Quite
Right.
a lovely, simple starting turn.
Yeah. We do need to find these clues quite quickly though, and it's 2 shroud, isn't it?
So I'd get us some money, play a weapon, and then I'd probably damage myself to be 2 up investigating.
Cool. I am gonna probably play Jess and then investigate a couple of times, maybe with PMP.
Why don't you go first then?
I tell you what, I could also give you a solemn vow as well.
You could, yeah. Trade up.
Let's save that just for now. Okay, I'll play Jess,
Body slot Jess.
and then I will investigate and use practice makes perfect, I guess. Sorry.
That's right.
I think you can still do.
Yeah, search 9.
Search 9. There we go. Oh. Oh no. I will commit this deduction. That was right on top of my deck.
So you're 3 up.
Yeah. The oh, hang on. Have we got the token map?
I've put it here, yeah. Put token arranger
Have
just next to
you
the deck builder.
have you done the icons in the right? Right.
No, I haven't done that yet.
What are they? I think
My
-1.
skulls are -1 and
minus
elder things are
three.
-3. Yeah.
Okay, the rest of them don't matter technically. I'll just put
Yeah.
them on 0.
There's no. Yeah. There's
No,
no.
elder things are -3, weren't they?
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
cool.
no tablets.
It's a skull's -3 when you have 2 clues.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool. Right. I'm just gonna take that test.
Yeah. You're 3 up. It's lovely.
Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
Welcome to Arkham.
Yes.
You lose the
So
card,
that lose the
unfortunately.
deduction. And then last action, I might just investigate again.
Yeah, 2 up.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, now you get the +1.
Now I get the +1. And then Jessica heals, which adds on the men to my hand.
Beautiful. I'm going to play a gun and play a stand together, so we each get 2 resources.
Oh, nice.
And then I will damage myself, giving myself +2 intellect, and I'll investigate here 2 up, which draws me a card. And I'm a hypochondriac now.
That's not good for you.
No, but very thematically great. And I get a clue. Which is nice. I think I'll be clearing the hypochondria next turn.
Yeah, this
Enemy
is
phase?
Philian's asking who I'm playing. I'm playing Vincent, so we're doing a Vincent Mark double bill.
Yeah. With Solemn Vow Jessica, just to see if that is as fun as
Yeah.
I think it might be.
So we don't have any enemies, so we do upkeep.
We do upkeep.
Oh, I've got another practice makes perfect.
So if I on the hunt now, it just I know I would whiff and I would
yeah.
draw. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. I'm almost positive. Hang on, do we need to shuffle that?
Yeah. I did shuffle it already.
Okay, cool. Right, that's fine. One for Petey Popkins. I've got, what's it called? Seeing Shadows, which is if I fail a skill test when I'm somewhere with a concealed mini card. A blip. I take a horror.
Do you know who that guy looks a little bit like?
Go on, who's he look like?
You know that the what's he called? Mike Kupperman, the sickos.
yeah.
He does look a bit like the sickos meme.
Yes.
I've got figures in the dark which
Oof.
I can't talk to you about or to chat about, so don't even comment on this chat. And if there are no enemies in the shadows, it gains surge. So it surges. Knives in the dark.
Oh, this is a real kick in the dick, this one.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can feel that. Right, back round to us, I think.
Yes. Should I try and find 2 clues?
Yeah, I'm gonna clear hypochondria, and then I'll have an action spare to do whatever needs to be done.
Okay, action 1, I'm going to investigate, and I'm going to commit practice makes... Oh, look, I'm going to use practice makes perfect.
And you should think about using your on the mend this turn, right? Because
Yeah.
Jessica's gonna heal, and you're gonna on the mend.
I can decide if I'm going to commit that after I look at the cards, can't I? play during a
You
skill
committed
test.
to the skill test if able. Yeah.
So I can commit that card, and then I can potentially
Oh
commit.
yeah. Because you can play this
Oh,
before the committing card step.
I've got deduction on the top of my deck again. What could go wrong?
Do it.
I did
Do
it
it.
again. Then I'm going to commit on the mend.
Okay. 7
So
on 2.
4, 5, 6, 7 on 2. Come on. Yay! You know what else I've noticed?
Yeah.
If you discard a player card, it goes into.
Yeah,
your... I think.
but read practice.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yes. And also that does not go. It gets set aside, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you what, should I just give you an on the mend?
Yes,
For
that's
when
a
you
lovely
need it.
idea. And I'll give you
sweet.
2 clues.
Thank you. And do we spend them?
I guess we spend straight away, right? And that will give us 5 actions left for whatever's next.
Yes. Plus, it stops that from flipping over.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Right. You spot that someone's trying to say stop trying to make
Stop
blip
trying
happen.
to make blip happen. Yeah. Stop trying to make.
I've made it
fetch
happen. It's sealed, it's coined, minted, distributed in a commemorative box. You spot the figure on the other side of the street just as a bright red bus approaches. She's really getting in all of the London cliches here, isn't she? You are certain who was there was staring directly at you. The bus cuts a swathe through the foggy street, and when it has passed, the figure is gone. Perhaps it was just your paranoia at work, but it cannot be a coincidence. It must have either been your contact or one of their foes. Perhaps even the reason they are missing. Steeling yourself for any possibility, you set off in chase. Put the set aside Kensington Gardens, Westminster Abbey and Big Ben locations into play. The lead investigator... I didn't actually decide that I was the lead investigator. I just drew first.
Yeah. It's just what we normally do, make you lead.
The Red Glove Man... I draw the Red Glove Man and resolve his concealed keyword. Advance the agenda directly to 2A. Do not resolve agenda 1B. Which is nice. So that...
not 1B.
Your mind must be playing tricks on you. Misshapen figures dance through the dense London fog whenever the rain lets up. Are these distortions like the ones in the photograph Inspector Flint showed you? Or is it your quarry hiding in the mist and gloom? When this agenda advances, move all doom on it to the next agenda.
And this is reset, right? No.
The doom.
Yeah,
No.
The doom hasn't reset. Yeah. The game is afoot. You chase a shadow shrouded by night. It might as well be a needle in a haystack, but still you search, hoping for any clue that may lead you to the truth. Our objective is chase down the mysterious figure before the agenda advances if an investigator engages the Red Glove Man advance. And we add 2 clues to the rainy London streets. And it's now Shroud 3 here.
Yes.
You've got 2 actions left.
I do. I could clear your hypochondria, or I could play a solemn vow.
Clear your...
I could clear my seeing shadows.
You could also play a solemn vow, because it is fast.
Oh, let's just play the solemn vow then. There you go.
Well, thank you. The solemn tarot vow. Do you want me to move a damage straight away onto Jessica?
I'm not fussed. I do have some healing in hand.
Okay.
Now, from what I remember, good old Big Ben is 4
High
shroud.
Yeah.
And Westminster Abbey is a low shroud. But
Good knowledge.
both Big Ben and Kensington are both... Oh, do you want to put
Do
one
we
of these...
need to shuffle anything into the encounter deck then?
I don't think so. So the wee guys must have been in there.
Wow. No, the wee guys aren't in there yet.
Ah, interesting.
Maybe that's after the game is afoot. Maybe this is just very much ease us in. Oh, hey, Dave. Thanks for saying hi.
Feels like you are going to be not bad at revealing some concealed cards. So why don't I clear your hypochondria?
Yeah.
and then you get the full turn.
My turn could be reveal, move, reveal.
Yeah, although you do have your
blip
Thousand
explodes. Yeah.
Dark, which is not good.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
It's 2 damage, which is a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. What do we do? How well can you pass a 3 difficulty agility test?
I'd be 2 up to damage myself.
Yeah. Do we want to get clues before you start
expose crazy?
Yeah, I can maybe get rid of the seeing shadows.
Yeah, you could clear that. I could clear my hypochondria. I'd have 1 action left.
Yeah.
Which isn't the end of the world.
It sort of sets us up quite well, I think, at that point.
My last action might just be take a resource, and then I'm set up to play Gret, and then on the mend.
Yeah.
Oh wait, resources. Why don't we do that?
Okay, cool. Right. So I'll discard that. And then
I'll discard my hypochondria.
Jessica heals, and I get on the mend back.
Great. And at the end of my turn, I take a resource, and then I need to take this test. So I'll damage myself, which draws me a card. And I'm 2 up for the test.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 up is where it'll have to be. And you can't commit on the mend to me. No.
No.
No. -4. Okay.
That's not it. What I could do is heal you next turn.
Yeah. And after one of your card effects heals damage from an investigator, I want to them. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Cool. Upkeep?
Yes. Okay. I've drawn another solemn vow.
Okay.
No enemies. 2 doom. Count a card for Petey Popkins. False lead. If you have no clues against Surge, I have non-clues. Pinch in reality. Spend a clue or choose and discard half of the non-weakness cards in your hand. Cool. I will discard.
So round it up as well. Just
Yeah.
to be nasty. Yeah.
On the
so
mend,
3.
solemn vow, and take the initiative.
Brutal.
Yeah, not fun, but celebrate.
I've also got a false lead, which surges into heavy rain. Test roll part 3. For each point I fail by, I must either take a horror or place one of my clues on my location.
Well, that's not.
How do you feel about me taking a damage now? To draw another card, and then if are you going to heal at least a couple, and I'll give one to Jessica as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so I'll damage myself going up to 3, which draws me a card. So I'm 2 up for this test. Hey, Elder Sign. So I'm now 5 up for the test. And I will exhaust Solemn Vow and move a damage onto Jessica.
Cool. Right.
Right. Planning time.
I feel like we've sort of treaded water quite a bit.
Yeah, we have. Well, we both had double action clears.
Yeah.
60-10. Anyone else get annoyed about the card being called Big Ben, but the location isn't the bell? Yeah, that's such a British person.
So why don't I heal you and then move and investigate, say, at Westminster Abbey?
Okay.
So I'll pay to play emergency aid.
Thank you. I get an on the mend.
And then I will move. So we could use one of these actually to reveal something.
Let's have a peek, yeah.
Do I use my deduction here, or do I... I think I save my deduction, and then potentially if you got kicking indoors, what's it called?
Breach the door.
Kicking indoors, knocking down tables.
Yeah, exactly.
If you use that on Big Ben,
yeah,
I could just... I suppose actually... I don't know. What do you think? Should I use the deduction?
Yeah, for sure.
Screw it. I'm going to use the deduction. So that puts me 4 up as well.
Beautiful.
I pass. I get both the clues.
And
And
that's
then
your turn. Jessica heals.
gets me on the mend. Man,
Lovely.
I definitely think that the Grizzly Totem idea is a good one.
Mm.
And Grizzly Totem level 3 would be drawing me cards as well.
Yeah, that then it becomes a little engine rather than just a hat on a hat. Why is 5-3 instead Jason
I don't know. Jason.
in all capitals?
Oh, yeah, I know why.
Why?
Is that a Heavy Rain reference? Isn't his son called Jason in Heavy Rain?
Okay.
Have you played Heavy Rain?
No.
Or, what was it? Fahrenheit? No, Indigo Prophecy. I hate that game so much.
Okay, I'm exposing now at 6 by punching.
Are you ready to take 2 damage though?
Well, if this is the Red Glove Man, I don't take any damage.
Oh, sure.
I think I'm ready to take 2 damage because you need a supply of damage for Jessica, right?
Sure, yeah. Fine. Go for it.
So second action, I will
Just gonna punch the street.
punch the street at 3 up.
Oh, street punched. Hey,
There you go. It's the Red Glove Man.
I knew that was going to happen. But that clears these out, which is nice.
Yeah, and the Red Glove Man engages me. And we have to advance. After much toil and pursuit, you finally catch up to the figure you've been chasing. A feeling of vindication washes over you.
I feel like
as
we've
you
done that much toil and pursuit. You just like punched the crowd.
Yeah, I've got Greta with me, and we've just gone running into the crowd. You spot the red gloves the man wears. It was no phantom you chased. This is the one you've sought all along. You corner him in a narrow alleyway, sheets of rain and fog masking your approach. Several more figures flank the man. A meeting, perhaps? To your surprise, he casts an expressionless glance in your direction. Then, fast as a flash of lightning and gone just as swiftly, a formless shape ducks out of view. A chunk of a nearby building goes along with it. When you turn to question your quarry about what happened, they've all fled east. You inch forward and examine the partially excised wall, covered in an ectoplasmic substance like the negative of an undeveloped photo. Set the RGM aside out of play, put the set-aside Tower Bridge and Tower of London locations into play, shuffle the set-aside Crimson Conspiracy and Outsiders encounter sets into the encounter deck, along with the encounter discard pile, advance the agenda directly to Agenda 3A, did not resolve Agenda 2B.
We don't need that.
Away goes the Red Glove Man.
Okay, so now we've got some enemies in the deck.
Yes. Which is great. I can go on the hunt. The connection. It's clear now that Inspector Flint's hunches were correct. The man in the red gloves is not operating alone, and whatever he's up to, it has something to do with the recent vanishings. You could wait to report what you've seen, but by then the man and his cohorts may have already put into motion whatever scheme they're planning. No, you have only one choice. You must find the man with the red gloves at all costs. It's 9 Doom.
I think
Sorry,
I've
I'm just grabbing them.
just realised a misplay. Never mind. Your gaze turns eastward in the direction you last saw the man heading. Over the Tower Bridge lies the famed Tower of London, where even more eyes watch your approach. These belonging to a conspiracy of dark and brooding ravens. For what reason could he be heading there? Only investigators at the Tower of London may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, and we need 6 clues. Plus, if we want to walk into the front door, we need another 4 clues, so that's 10 clues.
Okay, good to know.
No, 8 clues. No, what did I say? 4? Yeah.
6
4,
plus
5.
4 is 10, yeah.
Yeah. Which I think is probably all of the clues plus recollecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
6010 says love a blip clear. Yeah. Well, exactly.
Yeah, I've realised
I've got 1 action left.
Yeah. I think what I should have done is
Go to Big Ben.
save the deduction and then done on the men deduction in Big Ben. To be
What
5,
should I do last action?
6, 7 on 4. I think you can probably clear out the gardens. Do you want to go to the gardens? Or do you
Yeah,
want
I
to?
was thinking of going on the hunt next turn.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'll happily go to the gardens. If you're happy alone, are you going to be able to deal with an enemy with your...
I could probably evade it
Most
if
enemies
one
go
appears.
into the shadows,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, well, the paracausal thingamajigs
With
don't.
your
But I
one
can.
agility. I'm not going to go to the
Yeah,
gardens
that's
because
not
then,
gonna look great, is it?
yeah.
But
Do you want me to head to Big Ben?
why aren't you going to the garden?
Because then I'm 2 away from you.
I think he'll be fine. To be honest.
I'm going to take a resource. There's also locked door. So going and busting open another location just to get locked door, and it doesn't seem like a good line.
Yeah. Okay, fine. No
And then at the end of my
enemies.
turn,
Oh, yeah.
I have Knives in the Dark. I will take a damage, which draws me a card. And I will also commit this on the mend to be 4 up.
Beautiful.
And I get a +1. Yeah, there we go. Now no enemies and upkeep. Look at this perfectly curated hand of just events and skills, full 8.
Right,
It's a real sign of, Arkham expertise when you just have a full hand. Oh, Peter, you're only on
No,
2
get
cards.
fucked, mate. It's easy to have a full hand when you don't pass any skill tests, isn't it? Right, next turn.
Yeah.
3
Next
doom.
turn, yeah. 3 of 9.
Encounter card. I've got Heavy Rain.
Nice.
I think I just take this on the chin. Taking 3 horror. No, that's not ideal, is it?
No. Did you get rid of your horror into damage? Is that smoking pipe?
Yeah, I got rid of that.
Yeah.
It's not a very good card, that.
Or do you want them end this?
I've got 2 clues. I could easily... Don't know. I'm in the horns of a dilemma.
Pinned you. Well, let's talk it through. If you don't commit anything and you flub this, you can still drop 2
I drop
clues,
the 2
right?
clues, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
And then
taxing
you
me.
just take 1 horror, so it's taxing you 1 action and 1 card.
That's right.
The deduct and the action.
If I,
But it's essentially taxing you 2 actions because you take 2 actions to get them back.
I think keeping the on the mend so I can use the on the mend in Big Ben. So I don't have you
Okay.
at my location this turn to solemn vow me some damage, so I can draw on the
Yeah.
mend. So I
If
think
I go before you, I could... And yeah, go on.
I think I just tank this test.
Okay. Yes.
Amazing. You may heal 1 damage from an investigator or ally asset at your location. Well, it's a shame I didn't commit it because I'll heal 1 from myself.
Yeah. And if you had committed it, you could have got another on the mend into your hand straight away.
Yeah.
Because this on the mend would be in limbo. And so you could grab my on the mend. I'm doing air quotes there, bunny ears.
Okay.
Because it's not like the on the mends belong. Yeah, Elder Sign is a party. I'm going to pay 1 and go on the hunt. Not on the mend. On the hunt. Search the top 9. Top 9. Wow. 0 enemies
Oh, really?
in the top 9. Yeah.
So what happens?
So if you cannot draw the top card of encounter deck, I think I shuffle it, yeah?
Yeah.
And the top card is... I draw... This is great. Yeah, I draw an enemy with a concealed keyword and draw it and shuffle the encounter deck.
Oh, well.
But this one is unfortunately going to...
Go in the shadows.
Go in the shadows. And the next 2 cards are enemies. The only cards with concealed keywords at the moment are the coterie agents. So I'm going to pick coterie agent A for awesome, and into the shadows it goes. And we need 2 decals. And coterie agent A's card.
Does he get a doom on him? Yes.
They do, yeah.
Oh, you've got
So I'll put one at mine
Do you want to put one on my location? It's one shroud.
very happily. And do you want me to put one in Kensington Gardens?
Probably in Kensington. I think it's 3 shroud and 2 shroud, maybe. Maybe at Tower Bridge.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe at Tower Bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. Done.
Right. Turns. What we're gonna do?
So it's now what Shroud 4 here, right? Because we're in Act 3.
Yeah.
So I'm still 2 up exposing here. If I were to go first, I could commit a card and go nice and high. And I would expose and then get moving. I could go and breach the door for you if you want.
Hey, Big Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's hot. I like that. It would be good to get them out of Kensington as well, but let's. I think we've got enough time to do that. To sidetrack and do it.
Right, so I'll I'm a 6 on 4 here, but I'll take the initiative in to be a 9 on 4.
Nice.
That's very exposed. It's a decoy. Then I will move into Big Ben.
Yep.
A fixture of the London skyline, the bell that is inside the clock tower at the north at the end of the Palace of Westminster looms over the city, its face like the eye of a watchful guardian. 4 shroud, 2 clues. I mean, I could do that agility test. It's not the end of the lot.
You can give it a go if you want. So it saves me an action, right?
Yeah. If we see what yours is.
What is the bad?
Do
Oh, you take a horror if you fail it.
Mhm. I could put a horror on Greta. I could then move the horror to kill Jessica.
Yeah.
Little. Right. Anyway, I'm going to play Breach the Door.
Ah, that's interesting.
I'm a 6 on 1.
Yep.
7 on 1. That's just how I roll.
So this shroud is reduced by
6.
6. Okay. So if we draw an exposing fog, that's obscuring fog.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I can now investigate here.
Or you could. Oh, we didn't leave a mini card there, did we?
No, didn't. Well, we might draw another one.
I could go to the London streets to investigate then.
Yeah, that's Shroud 4 now. And you want me to give this a go, right? With the agility 2, because it's a free trigger.
Here's a thought. Sorry, this just popped into my head.
Go on.
The when you expose the agent,
Yeah,
you don't have to discard it.
because it's a reaction. It's
a reaction.
not a forced, yeah.
That did not occur to me at all, and I think it would have made a difference because I was Roland when we last played this.
That is a really good point, yeah. So
And
you
you've-
could... And I was Trish.
Yeah,
We'd be like,
yeah,
leave
yeah.
the doom here, that's fine. Yeah.
And you've got Gret now as well.
Yeah.
So that was a nice little wrinkle. It never occurred to me.
So I'll damage myself so that I'm 3 up taking this agility test quickly, which draws me a card. -2 is a pass. So I get to look at the revealed side of a concealed mini card blip without exposing it. There's an agent where you are.
Okay, cool. Right.
That's
Secret
it, my turn.
agent man. So you did. What do you do? You did
What did I
expose,
do?
move, breach the door.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will expose and move and investigate probably. How
Are
does
you
that
going to just
sound?
expose, just discarding it, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Okay, so let's investigate here. I'm 3 up. That's a pass. And has Frank lied to me? He hasn't. It's a coterie
That would be
agent.
really good.
And he goes in the bin.
If they added a reward for lying, that would.
We'll move, and then I think I'll investigate and chuck in on the mend.
Mm. It's just a shame we didn't pass each other, because otherwise I could have given you
Yeah.
damage.
That's a pass. We'll do it next turn. That's a clue.
Yeah. Lovely turn.
Cool.
Upkeep.
Yeah, upkeep. Hey, yes! Hot damn. Sorry, I've just drawn a Grizzly Toe.
So this playing Breach the Door here has cost me an action, 2 resources, but it's basically working out as a +4 for me.
Yeah.
Really. So
It's
all right.
I mean, it's worked out especially well because it's dropped the shroud to 0.
Yeah.
So it's like plus infinity.
Yes. Yeah. 6010 is disappearing off because the stream's dropping on the bus.
That's fine.
Thanks for joining us for the time you did.
So that's a Doom.
That's a
And
Doom.
then
Yeah.
an encounter card. Oh no! I've got a paracausal entity. Set aside.
Follow a card.
Top card. Oh, that's a real shame. It's a card I want.
Well, I was going to go on the hunt, but maybe I don't go on the hunt. I don't need to here anyway, and I kind of wouldn't mind a treachery, and then I would just head over and deal with the entity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You've got an enemy.
Apocalyptic
Oh, you've got the
message.
massive enemy.
Yeah, so each investigator chooses a non-weakness card they control in their hand or play area and hollow it.
Oh, I don't like that. It's
I
gonna
will
have to
hollow
be
this cash.
Bizarre diagnosis.
2, 3. So should I just one-shot this? So my turn could
I mean,
be
if you
one-shot
can.
move, kill yours.
How are you killing? You don't have. Oh, you do have a weapon.
Yeah, I've got a weapon. I've got +3 damage in my hand.
Yeah.
So I could just one-shot, move to you, shoot your one.
Yeah. I mean, that seems good. And then I could go and get those 2 clues.
Yeah, I would get a clue here at the streets as well. So I'll go first. I will shoot with the 45 automatic. I'm a 6. Home front makes me 10, 11, 12.
Is this?
12 on 4.
Oh, you're going to be successful, haven't you? Okay.
I do have to be successful, yeah.
That is fine, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, it's a -3. 9 on 4. Do you want this to just go in the discard pile and to get back?
No.
Those
Let's
cards, or do you just want the Veep?
Let's get the Veep. Yeah.
Okay. And I move a damage off me to do that.
Cool.
Do I? Well, hang on. Why don't I just get the clues here?
Mm-hmm.
So I would exhaust Gret and damage her, drawing me a card,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd also pay 1 for evidence.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And it's a shame because I breached the door and then got both clues costlessly.
Look, what did I tell you about Breach the Door?
It's appalling. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I said
So-
how bad it was.
Then I'll move over to you, and then I'll shoot with the automatic. I'm 6 on 3. Do
Yeah.
you want me to put a pip in just for comfort's sake for you?
I don't think it's the end of the world because I've got Jess, right? So if you do damage me, then damage can go on her. Nice.
I've drawn a -2 instead.
Do you
And
wanna
then I'll exhaust Solemn Vow.
Well, does Solemn Vow not say from a card you control?
Mhm.
So why don't you move it from Gret? Because
Yeah.
it's damage her ability does.
That's my
Wow,
turn.
that was absolutely sick, man. You dealt with that like a pro.
I feel like I play Mark. Like I enjoy piloting Mark. I've played lots of Mark.
What I might do is
So, yeah.
draw a couple of cards and then play my
Yeah.
totem, just so I'm set up with that.
What a
And I
waste
don't-
that breach the door was. What an absolute waste.
So we're going to draw a card, and then we're going to draw another card. Both nice. And then I'll play 3 to play Grizzly Totem. And then Jess heals that and gets me on the mend.
What breach the door illustrates there is both its great strength and its great weakness. The great strength is like, wow, we turned a 4 shroud location into a 0 shroud location. That's so cool. And the great weakness is, in 2-player, we then just moved on. I mean, I suppose I could have not played evidence and not used Gret and left you to get the clues, but the efficient line is get the clues because we can.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it seems counterintuitive to not get the clues because you've reduced the shroud otherwise. Maybe the poor play was breaching the door last action.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have just held it and then decided, oh, I don't have an enemy, I'll try and breach and then get clues. Just spat all over my screen.
Lovely.
Excitement.
Okay.
That's you, right?
No enemies yet, so upkeep.
Upkeep. No enemies anymore.
Ooh. Okay, that's nice. And then 5 of 9. God, it's ticking up fast.
Yeah, it is.
Hunting Shadow. Spend a clue or take 2 damage. I think I'm going to take
amazing.
2 damage.
Oh, wow. I've got pinch in reality.
Oh, that's not fun.
I think I lose this cash and this shortcut.
Yeah. I'm tempted to say on the hunt, actually.
Instead of shortcut.
Yeah.
It was a 50-50 between them.
Yeah.
The other thing is, of my practice makes perfect targets, I've only got 2 perception and 1 take the initiative left in my entire deck.
Fylian's just said, I think,
So, yeah.
I assume this was in reference to me taking 2 damage. Oh no! Anyway.
Yeah, yeah, spot on.
Looking for a way to top Jess back up.
And yeah, and Solar Jet says you were just clearing the way for a clear shot on the entity. Yeah, the reason I could go 12 on 4 was because I'd breached the door and there was nothing standing between. Do you think on the hunt goes?
Honestly, I think it could be any of those cards.
Yeah.
Shortcut, I think, will be more useful. I don't think we're being hammered by treacheries at the moment.
No, there will come a time when we are.
Yeah.
Now we've clues. We're 5 of 10, if that's the route we're going, or we're going for me punching the bridge, right?
I think we could clear out Kensington Gardens as well, because I think there's a Veep on there.
Okay.
So why don't I go and get this clue?
Yeah.
And then move to the gardens, and I can start trying to get that clue, and then you can potentially move across the bridge.
Yeah. Now, do you want me to practice Makes Perfect and try and hit a perception for you here? Because this is now Shroud 4.
Sorry. Yeah, but I can on the mend Grizzly Totem.
You could be a 7 anyway, but I can't practice Makes Perfect once you've left.
Why can't you do
As
that
in,
again? Sorry?
on you. I can't practice Makes Perfect on you because you aren't there. You can practice Makes Perfect on someone else's test. It's just play during a skill test at your location.
Right.
And in fact, from the ruling, if I had another intellect icon, I could commit that to you, and I could also play Practice Makes Perfect, because Practice Makes Perfect allows you to commit 2 cards to an... Like, it breaks the rule about you're only allowed to commit 1 card to other people's tests.
Interesting.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Fun fact.
What I think, save that.
Okay.
What I might do is take the initiative, investigate, move, and then on the mend.
Oh, you've got to take the initiative. Nice.
I think this is only 3 shroud,
Yeah.
so 4, 5, 6 puts me. So I'm gonna commit to take the initiative and use the totem.
7, 8 on 4.
That's a pass. Can I have a clue as well, please?
Yeah.
And then
And
I
it
will
resets to 2.
Yes, I will move. Oh, sorry, 2 shroud.
Oh, lovely.
And it is a Veep. It's a very easy Veep. And then I will investigate committing on the mend. So 4, 5, 6 on 2.
Nice.
That's a pass. So that gets me a clue.
No, this
And
is a fun decision point, isn't it?
Heals that and then
Oh, yeah.
brings on the mend back.
Nice. Now, do I just come down there and try
It
and
just
get the last clue?
feels a little bit like I'm just dragging Jess around and like slicing her apart.
She is wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
So
It's right-
that is
the
legit.
wrong place being next to the doctor.
Yeah. She enters play with 2 damage on her. Little did she know.
It's going to be a state for the rest of her sorry life.
Yeah, God, poor her. She's such a badass as well. Her flavor text. I warned you to stay away from me.
Uh, I do not think you come in here. I think you move to the tower bridge
Yeah.
because then we just have to both move out.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna pass that.
Okay, cool. I can probably pass it at some point.
We don't need the Traitor's Gate
Oh yeah, we don't
right?
need it. Yeah. Hopefully not.
because we're on 7 clues.
We just need
8,
to get
9 where I am, 10 where you are.
Yeah, we just need to get the rest of the clues.
Okay. So then I will here. Let me get my ordering right. I'll deal myself a damage to draw a card, and I'll also pay 1, and I'll also commit this perception in hand that I just drew. So that gets me 4 up testing here.
Nice.
Draws me a card with the perception. Gets me a clue. And then I'll test again, and I'll pay 1 and play Practice Makes Perfect. Search the top 9. Come on. Perception.
Oh, beautiful. See, so Solar Jet. Sorry, just to pause. Solar Jet said the card to discard. They've said keep shortcut when we were talking about which card to discard.
Yeah.
The other thing we should have taken into account was that you could have on the hunt at this location and used Gret to get a clue.
Yeah.
So that's effectively an action as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm going to damage myself again. I've used my ability this phase already, but I'm just doing that to get up to 4 up.
Oh no! I knew that was going to happen. Just had it.
Yeah, it's going to happen sooner or later. So there we go. So I don't get it from that perception.
Is that turn?
That's the turn, yeah.
Okay, no enemies, so we do upkeep.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ooh.
Okay.
So this is something I'm trying out in this deck, the custom mods. I'm just running it as a 1x at the moment because I'm going to put it on Stick to the Plan. And thinking about doing some sort of ammo shenanigans for down the line. Although, I don't know if Scarlet Keys is a great campaign for that.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans, yeah. Right. Doom. 6 of 9.
Sticking up. Encounter card. I've got Hunting Shadow. I will take 1 on Jessica and 1 on myself.
I've got Substance Dissimulation. For each set aside hollow I own, that emergency cache, if there are 1 or more copies of that hollow in my player area or hand, discard those copies and take damage and horror. If none are discarded, choose a non-weakness card I control in my hand or play area and set it aside out to play as a hollow. By custom modifications.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, it has to happen. I've got two ammo and 1 resource, so I'm not putting it on the automatic. Well, I'm going to definitely play Second Wind this round and heal myself a couple.
Cool. Now, if you go first, you can walk into the tower, can't you? And then I can go 1, 2, 3 and spend my clues.
If I get that clue.
Yes. But you get 2 bites of that particular cherry, don't you?
Just
Unless
2 up, yeah.
I don't have a healing card I can use in my hand easily at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to heal with Second Wind, so I'll go first. Yeah, I'll pay 1, heal 2.
Brownlove's heading off. Thanks, Brownlove.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Second action, I will take a damage, which draws me a card. I think now Practicing Makes Perfect is almost appalling. Because my discard pile... I could get me take the initiative. So I'm 2 up at the moment. I don't have any resources, so I can't play it.
Yeah.
2 up. Let's go.
Oh no.
And damage myself again for 2 up. Oh,
Oh, that's not good.
spend a coup or place a doom on an enemy in the.
Spend a
Okay.
clue. Crap. Well, that means we need to pick up a clue from the streets now.
We don't. There are clues at the Tower of London as well, right?
Yes.
So we don't have to pick one at the
I think
streets
you do.
if we still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you lose resources
That's-
if you're sat there, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
2 attempts at 2 up, and I just flubbed it, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, well, never mind. Okay, so. 1. I want to get this clue. So that's 1, 2, 3. I could move to there, and then you could shortcut me in, potentially. Well, no, don't shortcut me in because it's bad being there.
I can't. I can only play shortcut on my turn. So.
Yeah. I was thinking next turn gives me.
Mm.
I'll save that because I can spike us back up with. I might take an action to play a weapon because I'm actually then fighting at 3, 4, 5, 6.
Great. It's nearly flank level.
So I'm going to investigate committing on the mend and using Grizzly Totem.
7 on 2.
Oh, fuck's sake.
See how it goes. I see how it goes.
I'll investigate again. Let's
There we
pass.
Do you want to just weapon up?
No, I'm going to move. Because I think we need to get through here.
We're what, 2 clues short of the race through.
Mm.
What we kind of want you to get is map the area as well for the finale.
Yes.
Upkeep.
Yep.
That's nice.
Well, I've got some healing.
Useless for now, but nice.
I've got some healing, which is nice because I can start giving you on the mend a bit more.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Nice.
Encounter cards.
Did we add it? Did you add a doom?
Oh,
just
sorry,
then?
I haven't. No, I didn't.
Okay,
We should be
we're up
on
to
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have healed her and then drawn back this. I've got Seeing
well done.
Shadows, which we will need to get rid of at some point.
Okay, I've got a locked door which goes on your
Yeah,
location.
that's fine.
And maybe we gamble to just not get a clue where you are and push through.
Do I do move, and then start investigating the tower?
Yeah.
Or do I do move, play my weapon, and get this clue here?
That frees me up to go into the tower, but we have to spend in the tower, right?
Yeah, but you could also
I could
shortcut
push
me in.
you into the tower. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
why I
all
was
right,
going
your
to
second.
play. I was going to play. Hang on, I think I was. If I play Bonesaw, because the Bonesaw helps me when we get to the finale.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
then
yeah.
investigate. I'm fighting at 6 versus the Shroud of 4,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's 1. So 2, I'll move to here, and then 3, I'll investigate committing on the mend, and using my Grizzly Totem.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, that is a pass.
You were a 7 on 2, yeah.
Yeah.
You get the clue. Now, before I get rid of you,
Yeah.
Jessica's about to heal to full, and you're going to get on the men back. Are you thinking that you will heal me 3 damage? Because if not, I will start giving Jessica some of my damage.
I will heal you 3 damage at some point soon.
Because I'm basically at danger point now where if I take 1 more damage, Shell Shock's going to give me 2 horror. I've only got 10 cards in my deck.
Yeah.
And also, I'm very close to then Sophie flipping and all of that kind of thing.
Yeah, but I have to drop a clue to do that.
Yeah, so why don't I give you 1 damage to Jessica now?
Yeah.
And then that at least allows me to keep using my ability.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So I'm just going to tick down to 2, and it's now the end of your turn. So you
No,
just
I've
hit
already.
all that damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I need
And
to
you
get
on
I
the
need-
men back.
Yeah. Sorry.
I love that you're doing everything at a sort of jaunty angle as well, sitting side on.
Sorry,
the table.
yeah, I am. Oops.
No.
Daisy. There we go. That's it.
So I will. My turn now. I'll shortcut. No, I'll play. I'm going to shortcut you. I was going to play Stand Together, but I don't think we need it right now, right?
Yeah, so that
Or do
shortcuts
we?
me.
Yeah.
No, this is nice
Yeah.
because it actually shortcuts me in before the end of my turn. After the end of my turn. After
Yes.
you end your turn at the Tower of London, you must either lose 2 resources or each enemy in the shadows attacks you.
Okay. And to do that, that would have cost us 4 clues. So we could spend my 2 and 2 of yours.
What is the skull if you have 2 or more? Oh, well, we can't spend. I can't spend enough. Why didn't? Yeah, you spend both of yours. I'll spend 2 of mine.
Delightful.
So we've got 5 clues now. So we only need 1 more.
Yet another reason not to play Stand Together because that just immediately gets turned off.
Yeah. I've got another one in my hand as well, so we can burst up resources.
What am I supposed to do to progress here?
Can you draw some cards?
Yeah, I know. It feels hideous to say that in Mark. Maybe I should have spent 2 actions to clear your seeing shadows before you left.
You could move and then do that, right?
Well, I could just avoid moving this turn and then I don't lose resources.
We can retcon you getting rid of
Yeah.
seeing shadows. You wanna do
I'll spend 2 actions in that. I'll shortcut you in, and last action I'll draw.
that? Oh,
Okay.
hello.
Yeah. Well, hello. Tasty little thing. I can't believe I'm running the healing cards. Crazy.
Okay, is that end of turn?
Yeah.
Okay,
Upkeep.
so no enemy phase, upkeep. And then
Got more healing for me, which is good because
I've
it's
got
not
some
dropping
more healing
cards
as
for
well.
you.
And then
Did
encounter
you just put 8
cards.
doom? Yeah.
False
Ooh.
lead. This would be not good to fail, right? If you have
Potentially
no
dropping 4 clues here. Yeah.
Well, I guess I just commit on the mend and then use my Grizzly Totem.
That's legit. Yeah, and that takes you to 7 on 4.
Pass.
Good job. I've got knives in the dark.
That's irritating to have at this point.
Yeah, no concealed at the moment. Got a bit of agility icons in hand.
Okay, do I go
Man,
first?
the really nice combination of bandages, by the way.
Yeah.
When I damage myself,
Yep.
that still triggers Sophie working, and then you just immediately heal that, and I get on the mend as well.
Yeah, it is nice. That.
Bandages is the best healing card for what we're trying to do between these decks. Yes, you go first. Yes.
But I'm still only 4 on 3 investigating here.
Hi, Egotha Skulls. Welcome to the stream from Sydney, Australia. We're playing Mark Harrigan and Vincent Lee against the opening scenario of the Scarlet Keys.
And if your question was, what are we playing, like, just in a broader context, we are playing Arkham Horror, the card game.
The living card game. Yeah.
What I could do
On Tabletop Simulator.
is play Alchemical Distillation, heal myself for 2, drawing on the mend, and then investigate.
Yeah. You would then have exactly the right amount of clues to advance.
I can keep on investigating to try and pass a
4 on 3.
1-up test.
1 up is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 16, which is not a good place to be.
Even with the... I'm 3 up with on the mend. The benefit then is I'll have alchemical distillation down. How possible is it for you to pass to get clues?
I can go 1 up with
what's your
damage.
Yeah, that doesn't seem great, does it?
With practice makes perfect. If I go first, I would definitely take the initiative. So that would make me a 2, 4, 6 on 3 up.
Well, do you want to go do that then?
So I move, clue, and then I have one action left.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Move, clue. So I will damage myself, which draws me a card, and I
Got
very
Found Chop.
very
Hello.
poor play. Oh hey, Found Chop. Thanks for tuning in. And
You drew a shortcut. Look at this guy.
But yeah, the reason that was a misplay though was I could have drawn take the initiative then, accidentally, and what I want to do is get 2 uses out of it. So yeah, this is the only practice card in my deck. So this comes out. I spent an action, so this is +2. So I'm a 6 on 3.
Yep.
You don't have a single icon for me, no?
No. Hey, look at that.
+3. There we go. Blue. Take the initiative comes down. And then shall we advance while I still have an action?
Yes, 100%. That feels like, I don't know whether we...
Yeah.
I don't know. It worked, so that's what counts, right?
Yeah. Quietly and cautiously, you follow the figure from a distance with measured haste. He darts to and fro inside the ominous tower, searching for something. Finally, while you watch from the shadows, the man with the red gloves finds what he's looking for. A loose brick along one of the candlelit hall's many columns. He casually rotates the stone back into place with a kind of nonchalance, as if he were dealing with a piece of misplaced laundry. To your surprise, a section of the nearby wall rotates in turn, revealing a secret passageway. He ascends into darkness, and you follow in secret.
I wish the wall to rotate.
Hmm?
There's that Mitchell and Webb sketch where he's the evil genius. And he's trying to get the guy to build like a rotating wall. I wish for the wall to rotate. What do you mean? Well, you're going to have to cordon off this area. You'll need some alerts.
So we put the Tower Prison into play. We attach the set-aside Eye of Raven's key to the Tower Prison. The upside-down Eye of Raven's key. And it's not controlled by anyone. We move all concealed mini-cards in play, 0, to the Tower Prison, and we draw the set-aside Red Club Man enemy and resolve his concealed keyword, putting all of those concealed mini-cards into play at the Tower Prison.
Incidentally, these connections are really nice.
Yeah, I love it because we can then put the Tower Prison down here to have a bit more space, and it's not...
It's obvious what's connected.
Yeah.
It's probably like my biggest complaint on the general readability, usability of the game is location connections.
Playing with physical cards, or just generally?
Just generally, without this, what we've got here, it's very difficult at a glance to see how the locations connect.
Yeah. Particularly, actually, that some scenarios just use orthogonal connections.
Yeah.
And so you just get used to, all right, we'll put these next to each other, and then others obviously don't have more elaborate maps. I have a single solitary action left. Oh, let's read 4. Caught red-handed! Somewhere in these forgotten crypts, the man with the red gloves is searching for something. But for what purpose?
Purpose?
Gains parley. Yeah, purpose. The Red Glove Man gains parley, test will or intellect 5 to interrogate him, and if you succeed, put a resource on him.
I feel like we should have
if he's defeated... Yeah.
advanced that as well, right?
No.
Are you sure?
Read the card, Peter.
Oh, yeah. Nope, fine. I'll shut up.
No, we've got in ahead of this, which is nice. Just...
That spawns some wee lads, doesn't it? That's what that one does. Yeah.
And we've not seen many wee lads, so
we have not. So we've seen one wee lad.
So yeah, he's going to be a bit of a nuisance to kill, isn't he? We need to be cunning and set up our on the mend.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to
kill zone.
Yeah. Right. Is that your turn, though? No, you got an action,
4:15. Good time to start. So I'm going to shortcut you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move in.
Boom.
So you can spend clues here to get +2.
Yeah.
And it is
It's also a Veep as well, so it'd be nice to get these clues.
Drain. Yeah.
Man, if only
You know, it would be really nice to be able to
map the area.
breach the door here.
Yeah.
Imagine if we breached the door here instead.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my turn. And at the end of my turn, I need to do Knives in the Dark. I'm agility 3 on 3. And I will.
Do you want to move damage?
You're going to heal.
Yeah. Do you want a solemn
Yeah.
vow?
Yeah. So I'll take a damage and move a damage, so stay on 3.
Yeah.
Have I drawn a card with my ability? I have. Pretty sure I have. Yes, because it was the misplay. So I'm 2 up now. Do I put? I think I save one in the chamber for its proper purpose. There we go.
Nice. Oh, that's a lovely. It's a lovely play there. Right. I think what I'll do then is I'll set up ready to heal you.
My deck is entitled Medic, so as in me yelling Medic. So yeah, please do.
Okay. I'm just gonna play 3 cards then.
Right. Do it.
Why is my totem tapped? I must have done that during the... Yes, I did that during the encounter phase. I'll play Stand Together.
You drew false lead in the encounter phase, and
I
it was
did,
quite scary.
I'll do Stand Together, Alchemical Distillation, and Bandages.
And then Jessica heals.
Oh, man. Bandages actually... Oh, that's so good. Sorry. So Bandages actually heals you.
Yeah.
So you take a damage and then heal a damage. So you
That's
get
what
on
I was
the mend.
saying. Yeah.
But you get on the mend is the yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, and also because it heals you, it doesn't cancel the damage. That means if you're taking the damage as a cost, you still pay the cost, and then afterwards you heal it.
Yeah.
So, like for Gret, where it says after you defeat an enemy, exhaust Gret and deal a damage to her, discover a clue at your location. You would do that, and then after you deal a damage to her, you would spend a supply and heal a damage with bandages, which is just
it's really hot. Really hot. Like it a lot.
And the cool thing about it as well is because it's your card healing, that triggers the on the mend. Whereas I've played bandages before in, I think I've given it in a Bob deck, but yeah, maybe I didn't need to be given it because you can just use it on anyone at your location, right? Maybe I was splitting up from Bob. Anyway,
upkeep.
Upkeep. Okay.
Oh, that was useless. Never mind. And then we go up to 9 doom.
You now drew. Yeah. Okay. Now we advance. Yeah.
Right. As the night grows deeper and rain becomes a torrent, you flinch at every moving shadow, every sound, every shape. You wonder if perhaps this investigation is getting the best of you. Or maybe there are more of them than you thought, watching you, lying in wait for the perfect opportunity to strike. The lead investigator must decide. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a coterie enemy and draw it, shuffle the encounter deck. Or each investigator takes 1 damage and 1 horror. Now this is not a it's not peril. So we can discuss it. I tend to think the damage and the horror.
I would put them both on Gret.
Yeah,
probably.
I would put a damage on Jessica and take a horror.
Yeah.
Which leaves me with 5 to spare.
Particularly as we're about to draw 2 cards and we've got a 1 in 10 chance of drawing a coterie agent and then a 1 in just under 10. So yeah. Damage goes on.
Deep fog blots out the moonlight, bathing the city in utter darkness. From the rooftops, ravens watch your progress with inhuman intelligence. Every moving shadow sets your mind racing. If you don't find the man with the red gloves and stop his plans, who knows what he will do next?
Don't find the red-gloved man with the red gloves. I like the dancing around of red-gloved man and man with red gloves. Gotha Skull says, activating 2 bandages from the same reaction is brilliant. Yeah. If you have 2 in play, you actually heal up. It's your encounter card, right?
Yes, I've drawn Crypt Joe. This is not ideal, to be honest.
I'll give you 1 icon. Unless you on the mend and you're thinking about alchemicaling yourself, action 1.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Oh, how come Jessica's were back onto 2 damage?
Because I put the
Didn't she
damage I
have...
just took from
Oh,
the
you put the
Gen
damage from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose any of these cards, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I think I do on the mend, and I commit the shortcut as well, which we don't need. So that puts me on 3, 4, 5, 6 against 4. Do I use the totem?
So I could give you 1 icon with this stand
Yeah,
together.
okay, yeah, we don't need to play anything else, yeah. So
7
that puts me
against
3
4.
up. Hey, pass.
Beautiful. And I've got heavy rain. Okay, a bit nasty.
Yeah, I've just spunked all of my... I've just spunked all of that.
Take the initiative into this now.
Yes.
So I'm 3 up.
Nice.
Yeah.
You could just press the discard, Frank.
I could, yeah. I'm just not used to it. Right, what's your mega scheme for now?
Don't know.
Think we're doing?
We've only got 3 here, right? And we do need to find some clues. I could do... Does this exhaust when I spend...
We only need to find clues if we want the Veep, right?
I would like the Veep.
Okay.
We're in a good position, man. We've got like 7 turns.
Yeah, we're in a very good position. Yeah.
Um,
Well, I could start hitting things, but you could be getting clues first. So
what I could do is do heal, heal, investigate. How about that?
as in heal me and heal you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll investigate using the on the mend I draw.
Yeah, and then you get it back with Jessica.
So let's heal you first.
Okay.
So I'm only 4 on 1 here.
3 up is good.
Hey, so that heals you for 2. Sorry, for anyone who isn't aware, I've got the mending distillate upgrade for alchemical distillation. So that heals you for 2 damage and then gives you on the mend.
Yeah, I've taken an on the mend and I'm back to just 1 health.
I will
1 damage rather.
after it. Yeah. I will then heal myself.
Yeah, it doesn't exhaust, does it?
No, it doesn't. I just double check that. Hey, that's a pass. So that heals me 2 damage and draws me on the mend. Where did I put it?
It's in your discard pile.
I need to be more disciplined about this because I keep discarding it.
Yeah. And you were there like, oh, just click the discard button.
I wonder how much if I do that. I bet it goes on my discard. So I will investigate using the totem and on the mend. So put me on 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pass. So that gets me a clue.
Ooh.
And that goes in the bin. And then at the end of my turn, Jessica heals 1, and I draw on the mend back.
Beautiful.
The theme on the mend is so weird.
I'm feeling good. I'm healing up.
So actually,
also the art is nothing like on the mend. On the mend to me is feeling perky as I walk along the street.
You can like take a test using on the mend and then heal yourself with the bandages, or I can heal with the bandages, and then you get the on the mend back again.
And I'm 2 up. 5, 6 on 4. So if I put on the mend in just to and expose,
are we at risk of? He is going to
getting
appear.
the red glove man,
yeah,
and then killing
then we don't get
immediately. 2 shots.
Yeah, but then again, it doesn't leave you much to do.
Yeah, other option is if I put on the mend in and damage myself, I'm 2 up getting a clue.
Yeah.
So I'll damage myself and draw a card. There we go. Shell's shock.
Do you want to be healed while you damage yourself?
The order here is fascinating, right? I would like to. So hang on. After damage is placed on a card I control, I can draw a card, and bandages is after I take 1 or more damage. Ooh, this is good, right?
Oh, interesting.
Take, place. The order is fascinating because if bandages can trigger before I draw, I don't take any horror from shell shock.
does bandages work? Have we got a rules lawyer in the comments?
Oh no! I am taking damage.
Okay, cool. Right.
That's for Sophie. Take 1 direct damage.
Oh, okay.
The wording I'm curious about is
Oh, sorry.
the when you take damage, there's like take assign place. I think is the order.
Right.
Assign damage,
Yes.
apply damage.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So I think I could bandage before I shell shock, which I would like to do.
Yes.
But there's no point in me doing that because there's no on the mend for me to gain. This on the mend's in limbo, and the other on the mend's in your hand.
Is in your hand. Is my hand? Yeah. So should we not use bandages?
Yeah, and I just take a horror, which is not the end of the world. And now I am 2 up investigating.
Hey. But now we can do that. So you can investigate, damage yourself, heal yourself, get on the mend back, and commit it to the test, can't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I initiate the investigate, taking 1 direct damage, which heals, which gives me on the mend. That taking the direct damage is before committing cards, and then I'll commit cards, and then there's another window after committing cards, which I don't do anything in. So that makes me 6 on 4.
-1.
-1 there. The
Perfect.
And I have 1 solitary action left.
Do you want to? By the way, do you want a solemn vow as well?
Yeah, I'll solemn vow.
Where should we put it? On Jess, probably.
Yeah, and I'll give you damage.
Thank you.
And I'm just looking at my hand, and I'm wondering if I give you... No, the grep damage doesn't matter, I don't think. I think last action might be to play another weapon in case I get hit by a crit chill.
Yes, that's not a bad call at all.
So there we go. That's me done.
Okay. No enemies attacking us, so straight to upkeep. Oh, nice. Haha! I've drawn the best card in the game. And actually, it's about to come in useful.
And actually, as well, with Gret and other things I have in hand, we kind of don't need to get this last clue. We just need to find our target.
Will it not end if he is defeated? Does that trigger after you defeat an enemy?
Some of these cards are play after. Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
So let's just get the clue.
Right, we're at 1 doom of 7.
I have drawn.
And also, let's not draw any Coterie agents. That would be good as well. Oh, okay.
That's fine.
A doom on him.
Yeah, that's the best time to draw that, I think.
Okay, this doesn't do anything to me, so I need to choose a non-weakness card I control and set it aside out to play as a hollow. I'll put this Hallowed Mirror in.
Cool.
Right.
Okay, should I find the clue?
And then probably start exposing with your bone saw.
What I should have done, yeah. What I should have done is...
What?
Put the damage on myself rather than Jessica so I can heal myself with my distillate.
Physician.
You
can do that if you want.
Is that okay? Do you mind if I swap those around?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Do I just investigate?
And is there there's an upgrade where...
You can do more than one of them, I think.
Yeah,
Affected.
5 XP. If you succeed by 2 or more, you get to perform 2 different options instead of 1. Because that starts to be tasty to then test 1. And it's kind of hard for you to be at a nice intellect for that. But like draw 2 cards and heal 2 damage is essentially draw 3 cards to get an on the mend.
But if I'm chucking in something like
on the mend,
on the mend.
yeah,
then it becomes a bit more exciting. Right. So shall I find this clue? I have to put on the mend in and use my totem.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's
That's
the
pass. That's the stuff. Right. Action 2. I think I just attack the location. So I'm at 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah,
Lovely.
that's a fail. And then I've got one action left.
Swing and a miss.
That's a
Yeah,
hit.
that's close.
Let's look
Which
at-
of the three are you gonna?
That's fine. I sort of didn't want to find him.
Yeah.
And
And then Jessica heals.
which brings on the men back around.
Lovely.
We should have kept a tally for how many times we committed on the mend.
That would have been good. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yes. Sorry, Solar Jet has given us a crucial reminder, which is don't forget we can spend clues to improve our skills at this location. I had totally
that's a good
forgotten
point.
that. When I played this 4-player Solar Jet, that was just absolutely clutch. Like Jenny and Rex just pumped clues into Calvin and Mark's actions.
That's a really good point. So if I fight here, I'm a 6 on 4. And if we do a clue for that, we're happy to do a clue for me to
Yeah.
expose one?
Spend it now.
I'll do one on me because then it will turn my skulls
Yes.
down. So that makes me 8 on 4. Hey,
Nice.
this guy. Oh, I think it's still worth exposing him and taking a hit. So that we
will you
don't
have an
get
action
more
to attack
cards.
him?
Yeah.
I've got Stunning Blow.
Hell yeah. So do you want to spend a clue now?
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 4.
5, 6,
That's a
7,
minus
8.
3.
Do you want to check that is actually him, though? That is.
It is actually him, yeah.
Not 3 decoys.
That would be funny. Out he comes. And then I'll shoot him. I'm a 5, 6, 7,
I'll commit Stunning Blow.
8. And I will take a damage, drawing a card. To be 10 on 5.
Beautiful.
9 on 5. 2 damage and evaded.
But what did I tell you? Stunning Blow saves the day.
Standing by did save the day then, yeah.
Do you
True.
want to solemn vow something as well, just while we're here?
Yeah, I'll take the damage off. The damage on.
Oh,
I'll
did you want to heal yourself with the bandages when you took the damage as well?
Ooh. Sure. We should put it on the mend in my hand.
So you can use that next turn.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Bandages a lot better. That's a classic example of a card which I did not appreciate the strength when just viewing my deck by itself.
And you'll notice that when we were talking about cards to cut, I ummed and ahed between emergency aid and bizarre diagnosis.
But not bandages.
But not bandages, because I know that bandages gives out on the mend.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then Doom.
I guess Red Glove Man readies and engages me.
Yes. And then encounter card. I've got false lead. That is annoying.
Or you can spend your clue in the test, right? What happens
Yes. Well, nothing.
You start the test and then you spend the clue, and for each point you fail by, you can drop a clue.
Yeah. Do we need the clue to... You've only got hit him once, haven't you?
No.
I'm sure we can manage
I've got to hit him once, and I've got damage and icons for days.
Yeah, I'll spend the
So
clue.
you're a 6 on 4.
I fail by 1. I'll place
Spend
a
a clue
doom.
or place a doom on an enemy in the shadows. One.
Oh, he's not in the
He's
shadows.
not in the
There's no
shadows,
enemies in
yeah.
the shadows.
Yeah.
So I can't do either.
Yeah.
So that's just gone.
I've got a hunting shadow. I will also spend a clue.
Okay. So you just need to hit him once.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Well, you've versatiled in Delve Too Deep, haven't you? With your yeah. So we need to wait. No, yeah. So well, if I shoot with this, I'm a 7 on 5, and this on the mend makes me a 9 on 5. So why don't I do that for the first shot and see what happens?
Yeah.
There you go. Plus 0.
Headshot. Oh, you're too healthy.
Yeah. And then I will pay 1 and play 1 in the chamber so that I'm ready for another shot, but it's too late. It's fallen to the ground.
You're just standing over his body.
Yeah. Ready to go again. And Vincent is wondering who's the psychopath that he's teamed up with.
Hutzel said in the chat, it's like watching a well-oiled A&E department.
Apart from the bit where I was shooting with the gun, yeah.
That was amazing. I think we absolutely nailed that.
Look at this. Can you zoom in on Big Ben, please?
Oh dear.
Very disappointing.
Look, man, what did I say? What was the one card I said would be disappointing? Well,
Yeah,
aside from custom
you were
modification.
You can zoom in on my hollowed area as well then.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
I actually really enjoyed playing this deck partly because I'm playing somewhat safe and playing a kind of a frame of a deck that I know is decent. So I don't mind having 4 or 5 taster cards in there. And I think getting the balance right of some things to try out versus not just feeling like the whole deck is a tester. Yeah.
I'm really interested.
Hallowed and hollowed, exactly.
I'm interested to revisit our conversation about Solemn Vow as well. Mm-hmm. We talked, just for the benefit of anyone listening, we talked a lot about whether Solemn Vow and Jessica is helping. Is it making good use of Vincent's ability? Is it just helping Vincent, or is it helping us both? But actually, I think that scenario showed it working quite well, in my opinion. As like an emergency tap. It would be nice to get a better flow of On the Mend into your hand. But quite a few of the cards which enable that, like Bandages and Distillation, showed up like in adjacent turns right after each other.
Because you've got, I'm just over to the side, you've got 3 different options.
Wait, over to this spot?
Go even further left.
Oh wow, okay. Oh god, he's drawing a chart on the table.
Yeah. So like you've got Investigator A and Investigator B.
Yeah, I love this, by the way.
And Jessica's on this side. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Now, A and B here, if this is both like non-Vincent, non-Mark, you're just sending damage this way, and that's it. And it keeps this person healthy, and this person, like, soaks.
Can you draw a knife?
But then...
No, right, okay, yeah. Sorry, no, I'm with you.
Yeah. But then if this is Vincent over here, you're sending damage this way, and Vincent's getting on the mend. On the mend. So you get this like extra bonus. And then if this is Mark over here, you're sending damage over here. It's still the same thing. You're getting on the mend over here. And Mark is healthy, which means Mark is getting +2s. Because Mark is then abusing his ability more than he usually would. But what you're missing out on is any Vincent healing this way to give on the mend over here.
Yes, 100%, yeah.
And the bit that we kind of clashed is too strong of the world. The bit that we were approaching it from different angles over, I was saying, if Vincent has an on the mend he can give to every player in the team, and yet he's only generating them for himself, is it good Vincent?
Yeah.
Whereas your point, which I think is a very, very valid point, is if you've got one investigator who has a way of generating damage themselves and another investigator who gets something for that damage, so Mark into Vincent, you've got this like amazing flow.
Yeah.
And part of the deal of playing Vincent is you've got a weaker stat line, right? So you kind of need your on the mends regularly just to shore up your stats.
Yes, yeah. That was the crucial thing about adding the totem. And actually, I don't know whether Filian's still in the chat, but it was in the deck because me, you, and Filian, we revealed Vincent together, and we all built different decks focusing on different areas with our best knowledge of the card pool at the time. And I put as a support Vincent, I put Grizzly Totem in that deck. But because you're using On the Mend so much to make up for the stats, especially that 4-stat in Intellect, Totem just felt like a +1 skill. Almost a +1 to all your skills.
Yeah.
And you can imagine, like, how
it's
many
a little
times...
bit like Min, right?
Yeah. How many times did I use the Totem in that game? Once you've got On the Mend level 3 Seeker, they're all card draws as well. It basically becomes as good as Lucky Cigarette Case, except it still costs more and 3 XP more.
Yeah, or the On the Mend gains, sort of it becomes a better unexpected courage because it's like any of the other neutral skills that is +2 draw a card. Yeah, that gets kind of... Fylian's like, I'm here. No other comment though, just I disapprove of everything you're saying. Yeah,
I mean, I did have a Hawkeye. I've got 2 Hawkeyes in my deck, which it ended up hollowed. That would have made life a little bit easier because then I'm 4, 5, 4 fighting at 6.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say, which is Fylian's mentioned, is that he doesn't use Totem because, or he hasn't used Totem because Mirror goes in there, and that's sort of the obvious choice, right? Like it puts 3 healing cards in your deck. It puts 1 directly into your hand. It's so, and the Soothing Melody is so good as a healing card. It's so good as a healing card. So it's difficult to justify not taking it, but I kind of wanted to do it.
I'm glad you did, because sort of philosophically speaking on the podcast as well, our position would be, yes, we know there are good cards, but we want to try things, and we don't always want to try cards that are interesting rather than good all the time.
Make the boring, obvious choice like Fylian does every time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
that hack.
Yeah, or the Scribe also uses the Mirror. Appalling. And it says the guy who did put Allied Mirror in his mark deck. So, like, it's such a great card. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's
about experimenting, right? That's the underlying thing.
And it's in the accessory slot. We have played scenarios in this campaign where we've taken a real beating. So I don't think the additional healing is going to be a bad thing. Interestingly enough, we tend to do this where we play these investigators that have these kind of alternate shadow economies. So when we played a curse team that heavily relied on us both manipulating curse cards, and then we played, admittedly in the last TSK campaign. There's a cat's just arrived. I was playing Roland, you were playing Trish, so we had that kind of the clue, let's drop clues, let's pick clues back up, admittedly probably more on my behalf than on your behalf.
Yeah.
But that again is like this kind of alternate economy, and we had 2 investigators who worked very well together. And now we're doing the same thing.
Yeah. Maybe it's because that's part of the discussion that goes into us playing, which is we like the chatting around it, and we're not like, oh, are you free to play? Okay, I'll bring a deck.
Yeah.
What we enjoy is the talking about it. So of course we're going to get into that sort of thing. Should we do some wrap up in terms of actually
just before we forget
some of your favorite texts coming up?
Oh yeah.
So Red Glove Man goes into the victory display.
Valiant saying in the chat that Arkham is more fun when your investigators interact, and I absolutely agree 100%.
Yeah, I agree as well. And it's not to say that you need interlocking decks to be fun, and I've had occasions where it's so divided, I only get clues, I only fight, that it can actually not be fun because you're stuck saying, well, I can't do anything because there's no enemies. But I feel like if you can get the balance right of them meshing together and interacting, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Right. Search Red Glove Man. We give up, and
Cat is now sitting directly between me and the microphone.
Okay. Cat commentary.
Are you gonna give us the resolution?
Yeah. I'm skipping through some of it. We grab the Eye of Ravens. You hear the telltale rumbling of the secret passageway shifting upstairs once more, and the pounding of heavy footsteps down the stairwell. You arm yourself and prepare for a fight. Well, that's spot on. That's like literally what Mark was doing. To your surprise, it is Inspector Flint who greets you, held at gunpoint by a woman dressed in a black suit, wide-brimmed hat, and matching black trousers.
We won't like that.
But she's in a black suit. Doesn't that include the trousers?
Good point, actually.
Anyway, she has ebony dark skin, cold eyes underscored by heavy bags, and short curly hair. Two other suits flank her, both of whom say nothing and stand like statues as she enters the crypt. She flashes an unidentifiable silver badge and motions for you to stay put. Where did the man with the red gloves go? She asks. And who are you? Can I put my hands down now? Inspector Flint says. I do him as a more sort of annoying character. We get Victory X. What was our victory? Big Ben. Kensington Gardens. 3 for locations and 2 for the victory display.
Miss Kubelik in the chat is saying the description of the woman sounds like Janelle Monáe.
Yeah, very Janelle Monáe. Yeah.
Like it a lot. Except maybe the heavy bags.
Miss Kubelik. Yeah. Cold eyes underscored by heavy bags. So we get 5 XP. And one of us gets Eye of Ravens, and we need to record we haven't seen the last of the Red Glove Man and add a time.
There's not enough XP for 2 Grizzly Totem level 3, sadly.
This is a fun decision for chat. Do you want to zoom in on Eye of Ravens?
Oh,
in
yeah.
The play area?
I think I should take it.
Yeah. I feel like that's the right call as well, but...
So, yeah, this allows you to take a single skill test at value 6. And then you flip it to its other side, and to flip it back, you need to draw the top card of the encounter deck.
It feels like it's a better fit for you insofar as you've got the lower stats, so you get the more value for it.
It's a nice way to, for example, evade an enemy.
Yeah. If I need a panic button to get my willpower or agility up to protect against the treachery, I've got damage to do that.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't unless you've healed something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, seems legit. I'm happy to give it to you.
Yoink. And the other thing that helped there is actually I drew Jessica in my opening hand.
Yeah, that was very good. And then we go to the interlude, the foundation, and mainly we do this because you like all of the Flint lines.
Yeah, he's great.
What kind of baloney? Flint practically laughs. And then, well, this is a hell of a con you buttons have cooked up.
Buttons,
says.
it's so good.
Yeah,
Buttons.
It is good. Work together or work for you? Flint asks pointedly.
Are we jumping straight down to that bit? Are we?
I'm just reading out the great Flint lines, basically.
Well, should we? We'll skip through this. Just again, if people have played it, they know what happens. If people haven't played it, they don't want it to be spoiled. So let's do. Just take our untrustworthy approach and then read that out because I don't know what happens here.
So do not tell Taylor about the disappearances.
That's right.
You shut your mouth tight. That sounds like something you'd say to someone. You shut your mouth tight. What she doesn't know can't hurt her. Commissioner Taylor tells Flint that she will forward any relevant information to his office with some sensitive details omitted, of course. She will also provide the ICPC with the requisite papers regarding Flint's new position. Oh, an Agent Flint, she says on her way out, addressing him by his new title. Your cell may have the independence to act on their own accord, but do not forget that you report directly to me. I expect you to do so without reservation should you discover anything of import. He nods, but given your reluctance, you expect he'll omit sensitive details as well. So we jump up to 3 Elder Thing tokens now, and we need to record that we hid the truth from Taylor.
Here's a question. I thought this when I played this the other day. Is it possible to have 4 of those tokens at this point?
I don't think so, right? No, says Philion. Unless we see if you come in from another campaign, says SolarJet.
But it doesn't
That's a good
say
point.
it. It doesn't say it in the first one.
Don't you reset the Chaos bag when you start a new campaign anyway, though?
What
Maybe
I
they
was
just went
well,
back through.
I thought this was just a little nod to it. Gives you an indication of what the benefit will be of sticking to one choice or the other.
Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Then you suddenly go, oh, okay, if we stick to that, we're going to get XP for it, so maybe we should commit.
Yeah.
But does it tell you that
No,
earlier?
it doesn't. It doesn't. I went back and checked. It says you can
okay.
remove it. You can remove it through an act of trust, and you may gain
Yeah.
stronger for sticking to your convictions.
Yeah. Maybe it's also forward planning if they introduce player cards that add tokens.
Yeah, potentially.
Say there's a mystic card that when you include it in your deck, you add a tablet or an elder thing to the bag.
Yeah.
That I could imagine being a really mysticky thing. Yeah. Oh, Solar Jet's saying exactly the same thing. There might be cards that add tokens, foreshadowing. We know that they are designing, have designed the next set at the same time as designing this, so why not? Yeah. It's a good, thoughtful thing to do. So where have you gone with your 4-player campaign after London?
Constantinople.
Oh, are you just basically playing the exact same route as...
No, I said nothing.
Right.
I listed the locations that were 1 time away, and hinted at what locations might be 2 time away, and then I've just made a little folder with all of the dossiers. So what we decided to do, because we're playing online for this, because we're a little bit scattered, not very scattered, but a little bit scattered. What we decided to do was determine our next destination online in a group chat before we sit down to play. And then we can work through all the destinations until we get to one that's a scenario, so we don't waste any time at the beginning of our play session.
Yeah.
I've got a little folder with all of the dossier, the foundation dossiers in, so I can just paste those into the chat. And there was only 2 from the locations that are only 1 time away. There's only two dossiers, and that's Marrakesh and Constantinople. The one thing I did say was that Marrakesh is an absolute nightmare.
Spoiler, yeah.
Though probably better to go earlier than later.
Yeah. So we need to decide where we want to go with this play. Oh, hey, Ticketoy. Yeah, a lot of post-game reading. Yeah. Peter and I had a play recently where we've not finished the scenario because we did about an hour of reading before we started. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Well, Peter, what do we do now? Should we think about... This is quite a good place to stop, isn't it?
It is a good place to stop. I'm keen to take a different route.
Yes.
Potentially, we could go north.
Stockholm, you're thinking?
Yeah.
Other option is Bermuda, Ybor City, Havana, because there is a hint that there's a Havana scenario.
Uh-huh.
A coterie agent has made a name for himself in Havana, where rum and other illicit goods are being smuggled into the United States.
There's been a murder in Havana. I could do that a lot. That would be really good.
Yeah, and we could then head up to Anchorage because you've
not done Anchorage. No, I haven't.
Yeah. Havana's the only one I think I've not done, so I'd be up for doing that.
Yeah,
and that's one of the short stories that we interviewed the author of.
Yes.
Or the Secrets in Scarlet interviews that we did.
Yeah. Bro. So, yeah. Okay. Well, let's have a think then, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. Are we going to stream the next game, or are we going to just pick up this campaign at some point? And if we played again before we stream again, we could just fill people in on what happened.
Yeah, I think the latter. I think. I mean, we've got some other playing that we want to do between us anyway, but I think this stream isn't going to be us just playing these decks. It could be whatever Arkham we're playing at the time.
Yes. Or a game.
And maybe that would be or indeed another game, exactly. Yeah, Tika's just saying 2 people in my group had completely opposite reactions to the map. One was really excited and the other was really overwhelmed and anxious.
It's
It is
interesting
quite a
that,
lot of information to be presented by.
yeah, I sort of, when you break it down, there's only a couple of scenarios that are very close, and it could be quite well signposted. They could have made it so that they say there's an obvious place for them to go next. And actually, I think Flint says he's going to Shanghai, right?
Yeah.
And you know that there's someone potentially friendly in Constantinople. So maybe
Yeah.
that's like, well, the obvious route is to go Constantinople, Kabul, Kathmandu, Shanghai.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's not like an obvious, like, if you're stuck for ideas, try going here first.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's so open, it's hard to offer that. And I guess, unlike a digital game where you can control where the player can even go to start with, to make it sort of a bit easier before the world opens out, in this, in a way, you can't. Because, if we said, right, we're going to Sydney, we could just spend a load of time and go to Sydney straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah. The scribe says, it wasn't obvious to me when I played. I went to South America. Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah.
I mean, Rio's actually only 2 time away, right?
Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah. And that's the other thing that's good about the design, I think, that it, Anchorage is only 2 time away as well. It is actually, things are fairly close together time-wise. But that why that's a strength is it means you can feel like you're really covering the globe, and where it's a weakness is you can feel really overwhelmed. I can get anywhere. What should I do?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, thanks so much to everyone who's tuned in. Really, really appreciate you supporting us, joining in for Drawn to the Flame returning to streaming. And I'm sure we'll have more thoughts about the Vincent Mark combination.
Yeah.
Peter, anything you want to add at this juncture?
No, just keep your eyes peeled on our social media sites and our Discord if you're one of our patrons, if you want to get some idea of what we're going to be streaming next. As I say, it might be Arkham, might be something else, if something else has grabbed our fancy. And, this if we keep on streaming, keeps on going well, then we'll probably try and up the amount of time we do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put you on the spot, Frank.
No, that's fine. That's what I thought as well. Yeah. Just
Brilliant.
Don't make any promises right now about how much we're going to be doing. Yeah. We'll just be committing to a 6 days a week schedule. Cool. Well, yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thanks to Sydney, to Switzerland, and everywhere else in between.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Great.
And speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.